What's up, guys? You're watching 2-Bit Geek, and I'm back yet again with another comic review. Today I've got Mr. Murder is Dead by Archaia Entertainment Before the Door Pictures. This one's a nice little crime noir story, very reminiscent of the Dick Tracy detective stories of the way back whens. One thing I want to talk about first is the presentation with this graphic novel. Everything is put together really nicely. It's in kind of a landscape mode rather than portrait, so it makes it look like a kid's book, but I wouldn't let the kids read this. It's definitely for mature readers. But also similar to Watchmen, this takes place over several time periods, and what they did with the art is something that I thought was really cool. When they flash back to the earliest days in Kane's career, he's just a police cadet, and it's very reminiscent of like a 30s style comic art, very rounded, very unfinished. And as the story progresses forward in time, the art gets more refined and more to what we're used to now, more contemporary. Of course, the timeline jumps around a bit. Everything starts out when he's old, and then you get to flashback to when he was younger. But I really like the way they went back and carefully reconstructed those pulp era golden age art styles. It works really well for this book, and it's actually one of the things I really like most about this book. And structurally, it really reminded me of Watchmen in a lot of ways. It starts out with the major death. Mr. Murder is dead. And in the beginning of the story, you're shown this kind of washed up retired detective named Gould Kane. Mr. Murder is his nemesis, the guy he can never quite get to. And it kind of leaves Kane a bit adrift in the world. His major nemesis is dead. He was never able to catch him, and now the guy's just kaput. So it kind of leads him into finding out what Mr. Murder was into. Because even though Kane's a cop, he's kind of got some unresolved issues, and he needs to work those out. When it comes to story, I did enjoy it, but I didn't quite enjoy it as much as I liked the look of the book. Don't get me wrong, the story is really good too. I really enjoyed seeing, what Kane was going to do next. He's definitely a retired cop, but he's not a goody two-shoes like you might expect, so it takes some unexpected turns. The only thing that I really have a problem with as far as story is the reveal at the end was just kind of very strange for me. I wanted to say out of left field, but it's really not. They do give you some clues as to what's coming, and I definitely didn't guess it, but it just seemed like kind of an indirect reveal where what happens had sort of a weird impact on the characters' lives. I really can't say too much without spoiling the book for you. But if any of you do read it, I would definitely be interested in discussing what you thought about it. But overall, I really did enjoy this book. It's definitely going to be a nice set piece for me. And if you enjoy things like Darwin Cook's adaptation of the Parker series, or maybe Criminal by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, this will definitely be something you might want to take a look at. But like I said, let me know what you think in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and I'll see you next time.